Hello everybody, welcome to Gosha and Sophia's kitchen. Today we will show you how to make muesli bread. And according to us, this is the best muesli bread in the world. It's the most healthy bread because we will not use any refined flour. It's mostly seeds and nuts, and it's based on almond butter. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to turn the oven on, and we're going to turn it to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. And we will prepare our baking dish. So I like to use coconut oil. So I'm just going to put a little bit of coconut oil here. And we're going to smear it around. So our baking dish is ready. Now we're going to prepare our egg replacer. I'm not using eggs today. You can, for this recipe, you can use 4 eggs, but we're gonna use egg replacer. So for 1 egg, you take 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed and 1/3 cup of water. So we have 4 tablespoons of flax seeds. So dump it in, and then dump the water. So that's 1 cup and 1/3 of water. And we're just going to stir it. And we're just going to let it sit here. Sophia, you can stir. We're just going to let it sit here for at least 5 minutes until it becomes a little jelly-like. So then it binds all the baking ingredients nice together. So we're just going to let it stand here. Now we're going to grab our main mixing bowl. And we're going to combine all the dry ingredients. So we're going to start with flour. So this is 1/4 cup of rice flour. You can use tapioca flour as well. This is a gluten-free bread, so we're just going to stick with gluten-free stuff. And we're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Sophia, add 1. Okay, that's good. Yeah, 1 baking soda. And now we're going to use sea salt. So just plain cooking sea salt, also 1 teaspoon. Put it in. And give it a little stir. Good. And now we're going to add our nuts and seeds. So you have 1 teaspoon of flax seeds. We have 1/4 cup goji berries. Sophia, you dump it in, and then I pass it to you. 1/4 cup of raisins. 1/4 cup of cranberries. And now for our seeds, you can use different seeds. The recipe calls for sesame seeds, but I don't have sesame seeds today, so I'm just gonna use more of walnuts. So we were supposed to use 1/4 of walnuts, but today we use 1/2 cup of walnuts, our brain food. This is good for your brain. So dump it in. We have 1/2 cup of raw pumpkin seeds. We have 1/2 cup of chia seeds. And now we're going to give it a stir. Very nice. Let's see how our egg mixture is doing. So you can see it's getting more jelly-like. So the longer it sits, the more jelly-like it becomes. Okay? Now we're going to prepare our wet ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, we have 3/4 cup of almond butter. And the recipe calls for roasted almond butter, but you can use raw almond butter also. Don't use peanut butter. Peanut butter doesn't taste so good in this bread. So almond butter is the best. So put it in a food processor because we want to combine it nicely. And we will use a sweetener. You can use agave syrup. You can use coconut syrup. But today I will use molasses. Blackstrap molasses. It's very good for you. It has actually iron and it has many other beneficial minerals. So we're gonna use, actually I need a tablespoon, so I'm gonna grab a tablespoon. So only 1 tablespoon of your sweetener. Ooh, so black, looks like tar. So don't try it by itself because it won't be good. Oh, it actually looks like chocolate. You want to taste it, Sophia? No? Okay, no problem. And our third wet ingredient, our eggs. So you can use regular eggs or the egg replacer. So dump it all in. Nice jelly-like substance. And now we're going to give it a little swish here. Where's my top? Oh, right here. Good. So I don't have a very fancy food processor, just a simple one. So maybe it will splash. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, not too bad. Okay. All right. Our liquid is ready. Our liquid ingredients. We're gonna put it back in the bowl. Sophia starts mixing it, please. Yeah, mix, mix, mix. We're gonna use a spatula to get all the liquid out. Stir it all around. The blackstrap molasses is so thick it stayed on the bottom. So you just give it a little stir. You don't have to overmix, just so the ingredients are all combined together. Okay, let's see how it looks. Okay, so to me, it looks a little bit liquidy. If you're worried about that, all you have to do is add a little bit of some dry ingredients. So you can add extra seeds, or you can add some flax seeds. So I'm gonna add more flax seeds to it because flax seeds are super healthy for us. So we're gonna add some extra flax seeds. All right, let's have just dump it in. Sometimes with baking you just have to tweak the recipe, and there's nothing wrong with that because not all ingredients are created equal. Okay, so let's give it a stir. Okay, it seems much better this time. It still seems liquidy, but don't worry about it because it will bake. Smells good. Smell it, Sophia? Yum. Yeah. Okay, now we dump it in the baking dish that was already prepared. So we dump it all in. Like I said, don't worry about the mixture being too liquidy because it will combine once you bake it. Hear a bird in the background and Diego trying something, licking the bowl. That's what the kids always do, they lick the bowl. And you can because those are all healthy ingredients. Okay, we stick it to the oven and we're gonna keep it there for 50 minutes to 1 hour. So after 50 minutes I'm gonna check it out and see how it turned out. So stay tuned. All right, let's see how the bread turned out. Smells like molasses. I think next time I'll use agave syrup, but that's okay. I think it's ready. So here's our bread. We're gonna let it cool off, and tomorrow I will cut it and enjoy it with some almond butter or maybe some raw honey and cinnamon.